Hello everyone, welcome back to another interesting episode of AI 900 Hands-on Lab series. In this Hands-on Lab series, we'll explore the capabilities of detecting faces in Vision Studio. Let's get started. The very first step, we have to log into the Microsoft Azure portal. After you have logged in successfully, search for the service Computer Vision. Click this. And you can notice there is a button named as Create Computer Vision. Click this. Under the Basics tab section, you have to choose the subscription followed by a resource group. We will create a new resource group. The name of the resource group I'm creating is TestRG. This computer vision service we will be deploying under East US region, and we need to provide the name of the computer vision service. I'll provide the name of the computer vision service as Test Retail CV Phase. This is the name of this computer vision service, Test Retail CV Phase, and you have to provide the pricing tier. Let me provide the pricing tier as standard pricing tier. And ensure that you have to follow the principles of responsible AI. Check this and hit this Revi plus create button. Now the validation will start at checking in. Once the validation is successfully completed, the create button will be enabled. Now hit the create button. Deployment initialized. This deployment initializing phase will become submitting deploying phase. After this, the deployment will approximately take 2 minutes time to complete the entire computer vision service deployment successful. So now you can notice your deployment is completed. Go to the resource. Under the overview section, you have to navigate to the Vision Studio. Go to Vision Studio, then Vision Studio will be navigated in a separate tab. So usually the resource which you created in the Azure portal will automatically be visible in your Vision Studio. If you open the view all resources, you can see the test retail CV demo. This was an old resource. If I refresh this, whatever the resource which we have created now, test retail CV phase, it will be appeared. If I choose this, we may not able to make this particular resource as a default resource because this resource, it is possible to work with your OCR, your image analysis, facial analysis, but this face portion of the tab, it is not possible to access it. So that what we are going to do is click the face tab. So which particular feature are we exploring is detect faces in images. When you say detect faces in the image, you are going to detect the location of human faces in an image, including the facial landmarks such as pose, your face mask, and facial landmarks. Likewise, a human face has 27 facial landmarks. It is possible to detect in your Vision Studio. Let's hit this detect faces in image, try it out. In this case, we will create a new resource because the resource which you have provisioned in the Azure portal will be applicable for the rest of the 3 tabs. It is not going to applicable for your Faces tab. Let's select a resource. In this case, we will be creating a new resource. So I'll provide the new resource name as Retail Test Phase. And you have to choose a subscription. Then you need a resource group. Afterwards, you have to choose the pricing tier. Let me choose the pricing tier as standard pricing tier, which is named as S0. Create resource. The resources started creating it. And once the resource is created successfully, that particular resource will be listed under Azure Resources. Confirm this. Now you can acknowledge this particular resource. After acknowledging it, for instance, what we do now, there are images which are available in the gallery. We will identify and also we will check whether it is properly working or not. Let me choose this image. So this image, if you noticed, there is a face mask covered with mouth. Did you notice that? Whatever the resource which you have provisioned now, it is giving the correct result. Under the directed attribute sections, this is going to specify what is actually in this image. In this image, there is a face mask, which is nothing but your facial landmarks, that is yes. And again, there is a face mask covering nose and mouth, and that particular status is also S. So which means the resource which we have provisioned under this Vision Studio matched correctly. Let's choose our own images. I'm going to browse a file. So this time, let me browse Store Camera 1 image. I'm going to browse this. If I started browsing this, you can see there is a face has been detected and there is no mask, which means under your facial landmarks, there is no face mask, only it is able to detect the face. Face is one. And if you notice the second face, this was covered and this was hidden. So that's what the second face was not recognized. Let me choose one more image. So this time I will be choosing Store Camera 2. Let's analyzing this particular image. And you can also notice there are two objects along with the human faces got recognized. Face 1, again face 2. These two faces has been recognized and the third face is also recognized. So you can notice face 1, face 2, face 3. And all these human faces, there is no face mask. That status is also recorded in the detected attributes section. Let me choose one more example to understand detect faces in images. Browse a file. So this time I'll browse Store Camera 3. So in the Store Camera 3, both the faces are hidden. The face 1 is also hidden and face 2 is also hidden. In this case, if you observe in the detected attribute sections, there is no faces detected. Okay. So before we summarize this particular hands-on lab exercise, let us clean up the resources. How to clean up the resources? Go to the Microsoft Azure portal and you have to choose a resource group. Whichever resource group which you have created now, which is TestRG, click this, delete resource group. Copy this TestRG resource group under the text box. Delete this button. It will ask you to confirm. Again, click confirm for delete option. Now the message will start at populating it, deleting resource group TestRG. So what we have discussed as part of this hands-on lab exercises, if I want to summarize, we have summarized with respect to detecting faces in images with respect to the Vision Studio. Under that, we explored human faces properly without face mask. And the second use case we discussed, human faces with the face mask has been detected, that including the facial landmarks such as pose, your face mask, and facial landmarks. A human face has 27 facial landmarks, will be able to detect it with the help of the Vision Studio services. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more updates.